Today, we'll take a closer look at the four main plazas in all Havana: Plaza de la Catedral, Plaza Vieja, Plaza de San Francisco de Asís, and Plaza de Armas. We'll start with the Cathedral Square, located in the heart of all Havana. This plaza is named after the magnificent Cathedral of Havana, which dominates all the square. The cathedral was built in the 18th century and is one of the most beautiful examples of Baroque architecture in Cuba. The plaza also features several other historic buildings, including the Marqués de Arcos Palace. It's the site of the Colonial Art Museum, a very beautiful place. By the way, in this place you can record or take any photos in the inside. I don't know why. And you will find a number of restaurants too. It's a popular spot for tourists to take photos and soak up the atmosphere of whole Havana. My suggestion to you is to go at this square very early in the morning to get amazing photos. The square will be empty and you could avoid crowd. Next up is Plaza Vieja, which translates to Old Square. This plaza dates back to the 16th century and was once used for public executions, but today it's a lively spot with restaurants and cafes and art galleries. You will find very antique buildings with a very unique style. It also features a fontaine that was imported from France in the early 20th century that is actually out of service, but you can enjoy the view. Moving on to the Plaza de San Francisco de Asís, which is named after the nearby church of the same name. This plaza was once used as a market for slaves and later became a popular spot for merchants to sell their wares. It features several historic buildings, as the other one that I told you, including the Lonja del Comercio, which was once the stock's exchange. Also, you can enjoy an incredible show, I love it, as the pigeons, for which this square is also known as Plaza de las Palomas, which translates to Pigeons Square. The pigeons revolve in flocks all around the place and it's beautiful. You will also find the statue of La Conversación, which translates to the conversation, donated by the French artist Etienne Pirot. Forgive me for my French, please. To the city in 2012 and basically represents the need of dialogue in the contemporary society. A beautiful concept art that is accompanied by an equally colorful sculpture that attracts the public view of all the visitors. Finally, we have the Plaza de Armas, which is the oldest square in Havana and I could say that the most important, and was originally used as a military parade ground. Today, the plaza is surrounded by historic buildings, including the Palacio de los Capitanes Generales, General Captain Palace, which was the former residence of the governors of Cuba. An amazing building that, according to the experts, is the best exponent of the Baroque in Cuba and one of the most representative of that style in Latin America too. Right in front of this building is the controversial Gooden Street. In this street, there aren't any classical stone pavers. It was built in this way to minimize the noise of the wheels of the carriage and thus not interrupt the sleep of the Captain General and his family. The plaza also features several monuments and statues, including one of Carlos Manuel de Céspedes, known as the father of the homeland. He was the initiator of the independence process in Cuba, and his statue is in the middle of the square. Every year, on the eve of November 16th, the day the city was founded, the place witness a pilgrimage of hundreds of people who go around the ceiba tree 3 times and throw a coin and silently make a wish, hoping that it will become true. If you want help on your trip to Cuba and you want to save time, visit I'mCurrentlyIn.com, where you will find everything for your trip, as well as a totally free PDF guide with a review of the main destinations and activities. You can also count on an advisory service to plan your trip at your convenience. Thanks for watching.